Why is your manager an incompetent, talentless imbecile who makes your job difficult and your life hard? Don't act like you've never asked yourself that question. Oh, we're gonna have fun today. Perhaps it's not your manager. Sometimes the idiot in the organization is the supervisor or the rector or permanent secretary if you work at a government ministry. It may even be your VP. But rest assured, if you work at a large enough organization, you will meet someone so incompetent that your team is actually more efficient when they're out sick or on vacation or maternity leave. One possible reason may be that they are just pure evil, the unadulterated seed of their dark infernal father Satan. Too much? There's of course another theory that is slightly less dark. It is the Peter Principle, named after the research of Canadian educator Lawrence J. Peter. Peter did research on hierarchies in companies and found a reoccurring trend that persons will be promoted in an organization till they arrive to a point of incompetence. I mean, it's on the cover of the book. Am I saying that everyone who's a boss is an idiot? No, not always. And even the ones who are. Maybe they didn't start out as an idiot who nitpicks until the video that you're working on and that they have no experience is a piece of rubbish and you're ashamed of it and you refuse to acknowledge it in public. And when people ask you, hey, didn't you work on that? You're like, me dog? I know what you're talking about, but I never work on that. I don't work with them people. These are very specific references. Let me give you an example of how this may work. I'll use myself. I'm a pretty decent video editor. I'm so good that the company is like, hey, let's give Schin a promotion. And so they put me in charge of a team of editors. Well, this requires some new skills, but at the same time, I can adapt to this. I know the machines editors need to edit. I know the time frame it takes to edit certain videos. I know where to buy the best conch snack when we're celebrating the end of a successful work week. So all in all, I'm a pretty decent manager. But here comes the problem. I do such a good job at turning around the editing department that they're like, maybe he shouldn't just be in charge of the editors. He should be in charge of cameramen and the on-air talent and the lighting guy and the sound guy. I know a little bit about this stuff, but I can't do this. This is too much. I'm not that guy. This requires organizational talent and not quirky anecdotes that I've been using to handle the editors. I now need to know how to organize meetings, to prepare budgets, to assess the benefit of halogen versus LED light bulbs. And worst of all, I'm used to having pescatarian editors, but the cameraman only eat chicken and the lighting guy, he wants hamburgers. And the sound guy is vegan. The on-air talent, they're going through like a keto phase or something. I can't, it's too much. So I'm getting in the way of everyone instead of helping. So why not just fire me then? Well, the nature of this creature is that it only happens in big organizations. And big organizations tend to survive because they have this thing called brand power. Is this making the product and the work suffer? Yes. Is it making people quit the job left and right? Of course. But the business is so big, people want to work at this big company. So all the underlings will be replaced and new people will be put under my incompetent, neurotic, cloven hoofs. And I will never be promoted further because I'm not competent enough to succeed at this stage. So now in addition to being bad at my job, I'm also miserable because all I ever wanted to do was edit videos with cheesy animations and simple voiceovers. So why not just not accept the position? And now we arrive at the inciting incident, if you will. The first being that basically in this society, the only way for you to make more money is to accept more responsibility. You are almost never rewarded for just doing your job well and not taking your talents elsewhere. Which leads to the second bit, that this is all about class. We're told very early in life we should strive to be the best, and if we work hard, we will be promoted to the best. However, that's statistically elitist and mathematically impossible for everyone to achieve it. It's not, okay, so example. Let's assume that the highest office in the land is the Prime Minister. And that's the final stage on the game. But everyone can't be Prime Minister. Even if the term of Prime Minister was only 1 year and people live to be 112, that's still only 112 people in a lifetime. And there are 350,000 behemoths. So it's a rat race to get as high as possible. And how do we signify that? With titles. Yeah, I'm an editor, but what if I was a senior editor? That means I'm more important than a regular editor. And what if I was the managing editor? That makes me like Goku. What if I'm the supervising editor? Oh my God. What if I was the director of editing? Then I must be God's gift to man, except I'm not. And in my mission to be the top of the pile, I hit a place where I'm stuck. And then I see people beneath me who haven't reached a state of incompetence, and it upsets me. Their competence or success reflects my own inadequacies to me. They're still doing good. They've not hit a wall. So what's the point? The simplest way to combat this would be to demote persons one step down from their level of incompetence. But no one wants to be demoted. So a better step would be to change the system. How? What if titles weren't necessarily a hierarchy, but the fact that you identify what a person's supposed to be doing? And then you could be rewarded for being a world-class janitor and make six figures because you're so good at cleaning, and you wouldn't have to aspire to being the director of sanitation and physical plant just to afford a house. And although in that world we'd have different titles, it would work how the prime minister is supposed to work in theory, because the prime minister is supposed to be first among equals, not gods among men. If we take money out of the equation, what would you be doing? Would you be in the classroom or at the Ministry of Education? Would you be in a back office working on a spreadsheet or out front serving some customers? And you might ask, if the line staff makes the same thing as their bosses, maybe they won't respect them. If someone only respects you because you have more money than them, then it's not really respect, is it? Anyway, don't worry about that. What I want you to do is to look at your work environment honestly, and then ask yourself honestly, why am I doing what I'm doing? And how does that affect the work of other people? But then again, what do I know? I mean, maybe they just send all managers to stupid school to make them stupid and incompetent. Don't forget to like and subscribe one more time for me. Hey girl. You like that song? Well, unless you want me to do it again, you're gonna hit that like button. I mean, no, for real though, please hit the like button and then like share it, like to an annoying amount. Like share it until Facebook is convinced that you're spamming people. Also go on the YouTube and like hit subscribe. Here's the thing guys, if we could get the Facebook page to 2,000 likes, YouTube to like 4,000, man, I would love you guys forever, you know? And yeah, stuff. Thank you. Why?